Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Pre-Market News and Views by In the Money Stocks. Today is Tuesday, June 12th, 2012. There's a lot to cover, so let's jump right into the charts here. We'll start off with the S&P 500 E-mini futures. This time around, it is the U contract. So we will have a contract rollover this Friday. Next week, you'll have to use the U contract, so we'll start it early. We'll use the U contract now, and you'll see futures are trading up by 3.5 points to 1303.75. It's not a great move for the futures, but nonetheless, they are not declining and are trading a little bit higher. Now, news out of Europe is still pretty dire. It looks like bond yields on Spanish 10-year debt and also Italian 10-year debt has moved up above the 6% level. That is a negative. You'll have to watch very, very closely if there's any more news coming out of there, or if bond yields start to spike higher. That will be problematic going forward, but right now the markets are holding steady, at least at the moment. So markets are hanging in there. I don't really see anything scheduled to come out of Europe at the moment. In about 5 more days, I believe we will have some news out of Greece, as they have a big vote coming up. But I think the problems have already shifted away from Greece and really more towards Spain and Italy, and then ultimately France will come into play as well. So expect more problems on the horizon. However, you may get a little bit of a break from the crisis over there. Today, the markets are holding up at the moment. All of the European markets are basically flat, with the exception of Italy. Italy, I believe, today is down pretty sharply. Italy's down, I believe, a little over 1%. So decent decline there in Italy. But the rest of the European markets, they're holding steady. You have Spain flat today. The German DAX is flat today. CAC 40 is flat today. And also the FTSE 100, which is different than the European Union because England can print their own money. That is up basically less than 1/10 of a basis point. So again, up 4 points in the FTSE 100. Not a big deal. And we'll just see how it plays out. But right now, futures are holding steady, trading up about $4 on the U contract. Let's take a look at the U.S. dollar index. This is also another contract that can be rolled over. You could still use the M contract, but if you roll it over here, you'll see that the U contract is in play. And again, nothing great for the dollar, nothing terrible. Dollar's just down a couple of pennies, but we'll watch it and we'll see how it plays out from here. But right now, just down a couple of pennies, not a big deal at the moment. Dollar has been very, very strong. And if the dollar starts to rally, expect the markets to go lower and vice versa. All right, let's do a quick check on gold and oil this morning. Looks like you have gold trading down $7 to $15.90 an ounce. Let's take a look at the GLD. GLD here in the pre-market trading at 154.23. Closed at 155.36. So you're getting a little bit of a decline there on GLD, about $1 worth of a dip from yesterday's close. That's kind of common. Let's take a look at crude. Light sweet crude, which is what we use here in the United States, is down 42 cents to 82.28. It looks like the USO this morning is trading higher by a little bit. Closed yesterday at $30.69, and you'll see the USO trading up a little bit here. Remember, crude in the U.S., the commodity crude closes at 2:30, but the USO trades until 4 o'clock. So sometimes those prices can differ a little bit, and that looks to be the case this morning. But nonetheless, USO is trading at 31.13 at the moment, so that's holding steady for the most part. Again, oil is very affected by the U.S. dollar action. If the U.S. dollar declines, oil and gold usually both catch a bid, and vice versa. If oil rallies, they both the dollar and oil will deflate and decline. So you got to watch that inverse relationship, and it's the same for the stock markets for the most part. This morning, the activity out there is pretty quiet. We do have Michael Kors. That looks to be the big stock that's moving today. Let's take a look at it. Ticker symbol is KORS. Here's the big fashion designer. The stock's trading up to 43.66. The gap up is decent. I have a hard time seeing the stock get above the 44 level at the moment. It hit that level this morning in the pre-market, but I'm not sure it's going to do that anymore or get through there right away. So I do think that the $44 level is a little bit of a wall of resistance. I'll give you the next resistance points for Michael Kors. Should it get through there, it would be 46.89. But right now, I'm thinking 44 is a lot of resistance, at least in my book. Decent strength, gap up, but nothing overly strong. So I think we'll probably sit in this $44. Maybe it goes to 45, but I really have a hard time seeing it get through there. Then the next resistance points, obviously, would be 46.89, and then all the way up to the $50.68 level. But I just don't even. I really have a hard time seeing it get above 44 today. So I'm just not seeing the strength in the stock. Texas Instruments came out with news. Looks like they narrowed their quarterly guidance. The stock right now is trading at $27.72. That's basically where it closed yesterday, so no real effect either way. But they have come out and narrowed their guidance. Then you have Juniper Networks, big networking company, basically coming out and buying back $1 billion worth of stock. Not a bad deal. They're buying it at least when it's at a lower level, unlike some companies like IBM when they buy it at all-time highs. That don't make any sense. But either way, stock's trading up a little bit, $16.70. I don't see a lot of strength here either. Really, until this stock can catch some kind of robust bid and get above the 18 level, there's just not a lot here for Juniper. So remain very cautious with this market. I know there's not a lot of plays this morning in the way of gap ups or gap downs, but that's just sometimes how the cookie crumbles, and we only do whatever the market tells us we can do. We can't dictate our will on the markets. That's just how you have to be as a trader. So futures trading up just a little bit more here. They're up 5 1/4 now on the U contract, so decent little push, and we'll see how these markets play out. One thing I want you to all to remember, this is options expiration. There will be a lot of institutional game playing going on this week, and beware, be ready, and prepare for the unexpected. That's generally what you see during an options expiration, as the institutions try to shake out the weak hands that are holding the near-term options contracts. So we'll see how that all plays out, and I'll see you all on the charts tomorrow. Have a great trading day, everybody. God bless, and we'll do it all over tomorrow.